Hello, and welcome to the 67th Pokemon Showdown Battle I have here. This is an NU battle against my friend Liron. He's a great YouTuber, so I'll leave his link down in the description. Also, I know it's a little early, but I am giving way to the upload schedule because I don't like it anymore. It's a little early, but I guess I find it necessary. I don't know. Anyway, that's pretty much all I gotta say. Here's the team preview. My team is based around a belly drum Linoon for some 07 throwback. I've also found that I really like the defensive combo of Probopass, Miltank, and Mischievous, mainly because they each have their own respective statuses, and they actually have decent synergy with each other, despite 2 out of 3 of them being weak to fighting. It's also really easy to build teams around it, because you can just add a sweeper and then a nice U-turn combo filled with fast things. In this case, a Choice Specs Electrode and its Choice Scarf Primate. His team can look very dangerous if his Ninjask actually manages to pass to anything that isn't his Audino. I know that sounds weird because of his Tangela, but as he has proven, Tangela is a monster, not even in NU, but even in UU and other tiers. His Golurk and Regice and also Musharna are things that I'm particularly scared of. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let's get on with the battle. I apologize for the backgrounds changing. I've recorded this twice. This was originally going to be an MP4 video. Anyway, I'm going to U-turn on his Audino because I thought he would switch fearing the close combat, but he doesn't. So I switch into my Mischievous and he Toxics me, and that's just horrible. Like, pretty much the worst first turn ever from my playing experience. Thankfully, I actually have a Heal Beller on this team. What they're called Clerics in RPGs. So I'm actually going to go for that right now, but he Toxics my Miltank. And because I don't want to get locked into some kind of silly Cleric and Toxic chain of events, I'm going to Toxic him, but he switches into his Tangela, so I get that thing Toxic, and that's just brilliant. Like, that couldn't have gone better, to be honest. Unless I managed to heal off my Toxic, which I do right now. I go for the Heal Bell. I was so afraid that he would have predicted that and gone for the Sleep Powder, but thankfully he just goes for the Leech Seed. Now this gives me the opportunity to predict him to... predict him to go for the Sleep Powder, and go into my Primate, which has Vital Spirit. Unfortunately, because it is still a Primate and Tangela is a Tangela, my moves will not be doing anything to it because its physical defense is sky high. However, its Toxic is starting to take a toll on it. He does switch into his Musharna right here. I almost said Mischievous. I get a crit with the Ice Punch, but I don't think that mattered just because it has instant recovery and Leech Seed. I'm going to switch into my Miltank because it's mainly specially defensive, and I kind of want to get this thing paralyzed just in case it is a Calm Mind variant. And then I see that he has a Life Orb, and that Psychic does a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch into my Mischievous now, because I know I can take at least one, and I want to get this thing as hurt as possible. So I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball, and I actually get a crit. Now, out of the many times I've actually done this narration, I haven't bothered to calc that, but if that did matter, I'm very sorry, Liron, that kind of sucks. Anyway, I know he's going to try to go for Toxic or Heal Bell or something here, so I'm just going to taunt him, and now I switch into my Linoon. And unfortunately, he double switches into his Golurk, and then sets up a sub as I switch. So that, again, is a really bad turn of events. One might call it an unfortunate... Frick, I forgot the name of that title. Anyway, I'm gonna have to fodder off my Mischievous here, just so I can break his sub. And now I'm going to switch into my Electrode, because my Electrode does have foul play, and normally that would kill. I don't know why it didn't. Maybe it was because most of my Electrodes are specs and not, or are Life Orb and not Choice Specs. Regardless, this gives me a chance to revenge kill him with Linoon, except for the fact that he switches into his Audino, but that gives me an opportunity to go for the Belly Drum. +6 attack, +1 speed thanks to Gluttony, and now it's just going to be a Slobber Knocker because he goes for the Wish and not a Toxic or something. So it's basically just going to be extreme speed all the things right now. Ninjask is going to come in and try and go for some Protect shenanigans. I suppose trying to stall out my Extreme Speed if he actually did manage to get the double Protect, but Extreme Speed does have 8 power points, and if he got a lot of Protects then stuff might have happened. Anyway, He's going to switch into his Golurk. Thankfully, I have two moves that are actually super effective against it, those being Seed Bomb and Shadow Claw. Yes, Shadow Claw. Now, this Tangela, this friggin' Tangela, man, this Tangela, I can't actually, I honestly can't believe that it managed to live that extreme speed. Because it's like stabbing stuff. You'd think it would die. And he actually manages to put me to sleep, but thankfully I get the second turn wake and not the third turn wake, so he can go for a, I don't know, a Giga Drain or something. And I'm going to be able to kill off his Regice fairly easily. So that wasn't that great of a game, but I still like Liron because he's my IRL friend. And I just like the fact that I swept with a Linoon for some 07 throwback. So anyway, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. See you later.